Hi, welcome to Fitnessmanswers. I'm your Monday Fitnessmanswers guy. And this week's episode is what have you done wrong in the past in terms of your diet or exercise? I'd like to go back 2 years as of this month. This would be 2007. I'm training for my first marathon, and I just completed my first 20-mile training run, and my foot feels weird. If I start, imagine this is my foot. If I flex my toe, I can feel the tendons on the top of my foot rubbing like a rubber band across the metatarsals on the top of my foot. I did the right thing. I went to see the podiatrist, and he said, well, it sounds like you have tendonitis in your foot. Your tendons on the top of your foot are inflamed, and they're rubbing against the bones. So they made me wear this big, gigantic Frankenstein size 15 moon boot walking cast on my foot for 2 weeks. He says, wear this for 2 weeks, and then we'll reevaluate. So I wore it religiously. He kept me in it for 1 more week. So I'm in the boot for 3 weeks, and it's about 5 weeks before the marathon. So I get the boot off, just about time for taper. Start tapering down. Well, I figure, I want to get at least one good training run before I go out. Well, if you know anything about walking in a walking cast, you know you don't have the best form in the world. So I've been overcompensating for the last 3 weeks, walking too much on one side and having my hips elevated. Well, guess what that did? That led to me having a terrific bout of ITBS. So, long story short, is the thing that you want to avoid, learn from my mistake, is that you don't want to come back too quick. If you are injured, take yourself back in slowly. Rely upon the things that if you're training for a marathon, just like I was, rely upon everything that you've done in the bank, the fitness that you've already had, and don't try to overdo it when you first come back. I was only going out for a 5-mile run, but you know what? You might only want to go out for a 1 or 2 mile run. Or you might even just want to do a run-walk system to gradually work your way back into the thing. The reason for a taper is that you should be tapering. You should be letting your body recover and be able to go into the marathon healthy. What was the end result? I went into the marathon semi-healthy. I eventually did get my joints loosened up and my form back the way it should be, but all that ended up leaving me with a very bad first marathon. I ended up having some tremendous blood blisters on the side of my foot around mile 8, and then running the last 18 miles with those huge blood blisters were not very good. I'll post some video of that first marathon photos, but learn from a mistake. If you're injured, come back slow. Your body would rather have you do the race than have you drop out. So that concludes this episode. I look forward to seeing what the other mistakes are, because you know what? I need to learn. I'd rather omit some of the mistakes and not have to do them first myself. Thanks. Bye.